Well, Darren, well beaten tonight. We were full of optimism on Saturday. Bit of an opposite tonight.
Absolutely, I was very much looking forward to tonight as the day progressed, and especially after Saturday, which was very, very pleasing in terms of the performance. But well beaten tonight, and really sort of masters of our own downfall. And listen, it's always the manager's fault, of course, and they accept that. But just reminding me, we tried to turn the page a little bit lately with our attacking play, try and create a few more chances and get more attempts at goal. And it never shocks me how often when you do that, you kind of reverse some of the really great qualities that you'd built on the other side of the game. So that's a balance that we need to find. That's a balance I need to find. But yeah, well beaten by an experienced side that were probably very happy to accept the gifts that we gave them.
And the trouble is, going down 1-0 so early, you've not come back too many times from 1-0 down this season.
No, well that comes again back to the ability to score goals, the ability to create a chance from nothing. And we've got too many at the moment learning how to do that. And if you haven't got an immediate solution to the problem, it becomes a massive problem. Again, the biggest disappointment, all 3 goals were from turnovers from us having the ball. And when the back 4 have been exemplary this year, when they're in such a giving mood like they were tonight, it really makes things harder, and it just emphasises how important that regaining the ball and that defensive shape is to us. Because again, it's okay being open and trying to create loads of chances, but you also stay open for the opponent. And if you're going to do that, you need to make sure you're creating a plethora of chances that you're going to take. And that, listen, the facts are very, very evident. We're not that team.
And you had to change things around a bit in the back four. Morgan Williams went at the other side, Jordan Barnett back at left back. Did you miss Mark Little?
Oh, absolutely. Mark's done brilliant to play the 8 games now, pretty much in a row. I think I brought him out one other game. He's probably played 8 out of the last 9. And we both felt that it was after the 100 minutes on Saturday on such a big pitch, such a demanding performance, we thought that we were going into dangerous territory having him out there. And the one thing I don't want to do with 13 to go is lose someone like Mark Little again, like we did pre-season. So that was a conscious decision between a senior player and a manager. I'm glad I made that decision, because probably the only positives tonight were probably Lawson looking a lot sharper than he has done in the last couple of weeks, and Mark definitely being available for Saturday. The biggest disappointment, other than obviously losing the game, is we never implemented anything that we wanted to tonight, and we were very clear, because we played Olamola in a position where we wanted to really highlight his qualities against someone that we felt we could really affect, and we did that away from home very well actually against Dagenham. But tonight it was far too much, far too open in the defending the middle third, and it meant every time the ball was turned over we couldn't get the same sort of pressure on the ball that we normally do, and we've come sort of accustomed to see. Nothing to do with trying hard or not trying hard, but tactically we were so dispersed, the distances become so big to then press the ball that you can never get there. So that was, the positives were definitely Lawson and Mark being sharper for Saturday and available for Saturday. Staunton, I did that for him as well, because he's got a problem with his hernia. But yeah, the biggest disappointment, absolutely, the work we did Sunday and Monday was screwed up and thrown out the window very early on.
I'd say Staunton came off. Is there slight fatigue creeping into this side?
If I say yes, it's an excuse. If I say no, then I put more pressure on them. We looked the amount of duels that we lost tonight, aerial duels, we didn't header a tackle at all in that first half. That was really, really painful to watch. And the one thing that I didn't expect when I came to the ground tonight was that this team wasn't going to header and tackle, because it's been almost their hallmark all year. And the reason why they've you know, they've overachieved. And when you do that, when you don't head and tackle against McCallums and Rances and Reynolds and Wrights, the experienced players, you know, I thought they managed the game very well. The amount of balls they kicked out the stadium, you know, we were very, very good at that first part of the season. And you know, we'll get back to doing it, absolutely. But you know, it was a poor night tonight. It was a really poor night tonight, and I felt, you know, for the supporters, and you know, I felt for the staff.
And lastly, you've had some wonderful moments with the supporters away from home. Can't quite get that home form though.
No, that's because we can't score goals. You know, people come to watch football, to watch shots and, you know, creativity and exciting football. And, you know, when the team is void of those elements, of course, absolutely, of course. So we know that, but we can only recruit within our means, and sometimes that means that that you have to utilise or attract other qualities other than those ones. So, you know, that's an important thing. But, you know, players like, I think when we talk about fatigue, I think Wakefield's looking tired now. Knowles is looking tired, and but there's no cavalry coming, and we all know, and I'm not being disrespectful to anyone else in the squad, they're in our best 11. And my job's to try and put the best 11 out every week. And we'll continue to do that. And these young people, they've come to Yeovil for that kind of ambitious chance of playing week in, week out, and we're giving them that. And sometimes it's to their detriment, sometimes it's to our detriment. But they'll get there. They'll burst through that sort of barrier, and they'll get there.
And we've spoken about the schedule, another game on Saturday. But are you pleased about that you can get a reaction from them?
Absolutely. I think the Grimsby game at home is massive, and I think it's important we come and we almost come and stare the problem in the face, you know, and we confront it, and we make sure we try to replicate some of the away form, some of the away performances. But we'll be fresher Saturday. We'll definitely be fresher, and you know, we'll definitely have more punch to us. And I learned a lot tonight. I learned a lot about whether the future of this team, you know, certain players can go for 40 games week in, week out, and, you know, help get us into a better division. And so I learned a lot. So there's always a learning process with these types of groups, and we've learned a lot tonight. We've spoken obviously at depth after the game, and that will remain very firmly in the dressing room. Nothing too animated or aggressive, because I want to be balanced. You know, I didn't say much on Saturday, and I thought they were wonderful. So I don't want to be too damning of them tonight.
And Low Everton missed out tonight. Will he or Jack Robinson be back for Saturday?
Jack was left out of the squad. He's fit, and he's not had too many days. He had 3 days training since he come back from injury. Sonny had tonsillitis. So with obviously the infection rates of everything going around the world at the moment, I thought it'd just be a sensible idea to try and move him away from the squad, just so that we don't miss 3 or 4 come Saturday or further forward.
Thanks for your time, Darren.
Thank you.